It's Kaufman is Alive YouTube channel. I look at comic books new and old. Today I'm looking at a new comic book, The Uncanny X-Men #4 by Marvel Comics. It's written by Gail Simone, and we got David Marquez on the cover, and he's on the interior artwork here. So I always like having a artist on the cover and on the interior, so that's pretty good. And we got a cover telling us what's going on in the book, which I also like. I like we got this like comic book style, classic cover, you might say. It's got even a little, speech blurb telling us what's going to be happening here, which is cool. I always like that. Gives it a comic book feel instead of just a random picture. We've got a couple tombstones down here as well for Jubilation Lee and Remy LeBeau, who's, of course, Jubilee and Gambit. Very much like a horror style cover here with this character's creepy claws and the eyeballs in the background. It's a pretty cool cover. They had some variant covers at the comic shop when I got this, and but I just like this the regular cover, the main cover here. So this is the one I picked up. It's a $4.99 book here, so we'll kind of get into it here. I've got reviews of every issue of this Uncanny X-Men series so far up on my channel, and I do post daily comic book reviews, so if you haven't subscribed yet and you like videos like this, please do. So we've got Professor X here. This is kind of a flashback, and he's talking to this character Sarah Gaunt, who's actually the same character here in the background, kind of hunting Rogue on the cover here. It's this woman here, and her and Charles have a relationship here in this past, and she's telling Charles that she's pregnant, but he's saying that he doesn't know what to do, and he's not very excited about it or anything. He kind of ruins the moment. And Sarah says, "How could you, Charles? How could you ruin this moment," basically. And we kind of go from this face, this shot of Sarah, to this face of Rogue from page to page. And I think the artist did that on purpose. They're kind of in the same position here, with although they have different expressions. But we've got Rogue here, the leader of this team of the X-Men. She's taken control of these mutants here and basically made herself the leader. They're all living in Louisiana here in the swamps, and they've gotten some help from some other people who live around here, so they're just kind of like a traveling group of mutants at this point, unlike Cyclops' team that is kind of stationary in Alaska. But Wolverine went face to face with Sarah Gaunt in the last issue, and clearly getting torn up here. Awesome looking drawing here. Just, I love the background here. It looks really great, and just they pulled no punches on the blood here, just dripping down the claws. The arms look really cool. So Rogue wants Nightcrawler to teleport Wolverine out of here to get him some help. But she's going to stick around. She's got some business to attend to. She's going to go after Sarah Gaunt, basically. She doesn't want any of the other X-Men around for this. So Nightcrawler takes Wolverine back here. Again, some really nice artwork here by David Marquez. It looks really great in this book. No complaints here about any of the artwork. So we get Sarah Gaunt attacking Rogue here. Rogue finds out that she's really powerful. She hits us harder than Colossus, she says. Nightcrawler takes Wolverine back here so that they can get him some help. Then we check in on the Grey Malcolm prison, where this Dr. Ellis character is learning about Sarah Gaunt and the fact that she's been confronted by the leader of the mutants here. There's this telepath that's helping Dr. Ellis, and they have Professor X as a prisoner here in this prison, which is actually just the former X-Mansion that she's turned into a prison. So we get the fight scene here between Rogue and Sarah Gaunt, which is really cool that we get it like a multiple page fight scene in this book. I'd say my one main complaint would probably just be that this specific storyline is going on for multiple issues here. Probably something we could have wrapped up in an issue or two, but they're going to stretch this one out for the whole first 5 issues of this book. This is technically called the Red Wave, I guess, storyline arc, you might say. We've just been told that. I don't know why it's really called the Red Wave. But they find out that this Sarah Gaunt person is going to be sending an army to the take out all these X-Men here. As Dr. Ellis actually places a phone call here to Gambit himself to let him know. Kind of introduces herself as the warden of the prison here. And we see the army actually show up here in this issue, which is cool. I actually didn't expect to see the army show up here, but we do get kind of a standoff to end the issue between Gambit, these new X-Men who have been hunted by Sarah Gaunt in the past few issues. And it looks like Gambit's kind of making them a part of this X-Men team. They're all going to fight. And Wolverine stands up and he says, "For the love of God, will someone point me at the bad guys where I can still stand upright?" So pretty awesome looking drawing of Wolverine here. I think the Wolverine drawings in this book are definitely some of the best stuff. I love that one, and this first one where he's all bloody looks really great. Love the face on Rogue all throughout this book. Kind of feels like almost a Rogue solo book in a way. She's got some of the people she really cares about here, like Gambit, Nightcrawler, and Wolverine. So, and we're kind of just following it through Rogue and her narration here. So, but that doesn't really bother me too much. I feel like we could probably get a little bit more from some of the other team members, maybe, but just in this issue specifically. So, I do recommend this issue. I've enjoyed the X-Men series so far. I think these are a little bit more accessible than some of the Krakoan books. You can kind of pick these up issue to issue and really have no problem knowing what's going on. So for that, I do really enjoy these X-Men comics right now. So thanks again for watching, and please subscribe. I'll see you guys on the next one.